she came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Приветствую и добро пожаловать в Hitman 3.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Раскройте преступление в поместье Торнбридж. Сыграем в детективов. Только сначала надо в него переодеться. А где же его можно подловить? Ну, чего остановился? Давай, двигай булками. Или тебе пинка под задницу дать для скорости?
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. preparing for Madam's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary, and all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all.
Мне тоже не нравится, что здесь столько охраны. Усложняют жизнь. Не стоит попадаться им на глаза.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me, said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
We know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
Я тоже нашел способ попасть в дом. Вслед за нашим детективом. О, он идет сюда. Отлично. Здесь мы его и вырубим. Тут как раз никого нет. Тихонечко. Я вас заменю, детектив.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
Видите, сэр?
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
Благодарю вас. Я осмотрю место преступления.
Locked room murder mystery 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this. Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Где она там у меня?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Это уж точно. Так, значит, деда траванули ядом. Это уже кое-что. Рассиживаться некогда.
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Ну да, надо найти какие-нибудь бумаги его и сравнить почерки. Тогда мы поймем, он это писал или нет.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Может быть, он выбирал себе одежду, в которой его похоронят. Мало ли. Я уже и впрямь как детектив. Все могу объяснить.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
Получается, кто-то зашел через тайный проход, отравил Закари, написал от него предсмертную записку, чтобы все выглядело как самоубийство, закрыл дверь изнутри и вышел через тайный проход. Дело пошло.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Он ждет нас на первом этаже. Посмотрим, что он расскажет.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I've prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47.
Эмма Карлайл. Эмма — жена Грегори и невестка мадам Карлайл. Есть основания подозревать его в убийстве Закари Карлайла. Патрик. Патрик — сын Эммы и Грегори. Так. Кто тут у нас еще в списке подозреваемых? Мистер Фернсби. Допрошен. Мистер Фернсби — дворецкий семьи Торнбридж. Мистер Фернсби честно заявил, что у него нет алиби, поскольку всю прошлую ночь он работал один в своем кабинете. И никто не может это подтвердить. Значит, пока из нашего списка его не вычеркиваем. Ребекка. Ребекка — младшая дочь Алексы Карлайл. Эдвард. Эдвард — средний сын Алексы. Грегори. Грегори — старший сын. Закари. Закари — младший брат Алексы и давний обитатель поместья Торнбридж. Был найден мертвым в своей постели прошлой ночью. Несмотря на предсмертную записку и тот факт, что двери в его спальню были заперты изнутри, Алекса уверена, что его убили. Я теперь тоже в этом не сомневаюсь.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps do you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
О, даже не знаю, с чего начать. Подозреваемых нам, видимо, придется искать самостоятельно. Потому что меток на карте нет. Где они сейчас находятся? Но мы вроде как можем спокойно разгуливать по особняку. Понятно, что есть какие-то места, в которые нельзя заходить, но в целом по особняку можно спокойно разгуливать. Пойдемте искать наших подозреваемых.
Tell me.
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She'd just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up. I tried to tell her that, and do you know what she said? She said, "Things will change around here. I can promise you that."
And her son Patrick is just as bad. Just look at Rosie. He has no respect. Preying on the girls like that.
Why else ask him to snoop around? I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
I shouldn't gossip. But that Emma woman is a tad too busy for my taste.
What is it?
Elaine says she saw her on the top floor, stroking the door to Alexa's office. I kid you not.
I saw her rearranging the photos in the sitting room, hiding Madam in the back, and then moving Montgomery to the front. She's not right in her head. Why would she do that? He died almost 50 years ago. Oh, thank God Madam Carlyle is still alive.
Это ненадолго. Скоро мы сможем к ней подобраться. Но для этого надо раскрыть это дело. Узнать, кто же убил Закари. И найти доказательства.
You always led by example rather than by words and meaningless gestures.
А вот и наш первый подозреваемый.
Like hugs and encouragement. Just a single spontaneous caress, what a difference that would have made. Right. I clearly remember when I was 5. I climbed a tree and could not make my way down. I was scared and called out for help. Of all people, you heard me, and when you saw me, you climbed the tree. I was relieved that help had finally arrived. But you went down immediately and said, when a grown-up can do it, so can you, Edward. You are 5, and climbing trees is supposed to be your area of expertise. Oh no, that won't go. You'll just think I remember this because I'm weak.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
Эдвард сказал, что остановился в местной гостинице и утверждает, что выпивал вместе с Грегори на момент смерти Закари. Надо спросить Грегори. Если он не врет, то их алиби должны совпадать. Но его-то где искать? Вот вопросик.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Алиби подтверждено. Так, значит, Эдвард действительно не причастен к убийству. И Грегори, судя по всему, тоже. Хорошо. Список подозреваемых сужается.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Ребекка утверждает, что прошлым вечером Патрик пропал сразу после ужина. Возможно, у него какие-то проблемы. Эдвард с Грегори немного выпили в поместье, после чего отправились в местный бар. Эмма вела себя как-то странно, но Ребекка не знает, что она делала в тот вечер. Сама же Ребекка утверждает, что в момент смерти Закари у нее была телеконференция, поэтому она сидела у себя в спальне с ноутбуком. Телеконференция, значит. Возможно, стоит покопаться в ее компьютере, чтобы найти доказательства.
Patrick token the man of Carlisle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
Жетон Ребекки и мистера Фернсби. По словам телохранителей, у Ребекки Карлайл и у дворецкого мистера Фернсби есть по одному жетону от хранилища лондонского филиала банка Мильтон Фицпатрик. 2 таких жетона дают их владельцу доступ к депозитной ячейке в банке. Скорее всего, в этой ячейке хранится досье на Артура Эдвардса. А это еще что за хрен? Я как-то в сюжет Хитмана что-то перестал вообще вникать. Какой-то он скучный. Тут главное не сюжет, а сами миссии. Хотя хорошая история еще никому не мешала.
Yo, Ann, what's up? Relax, man. I said I'd get you money. It's just gonna take a little longer. Jeez, and how's that my fault? Calm the fuck down, Ant. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlisle. I'm made of money. Just lean back and enjoy the interest. Meanwhile, go and have some drinks on me. No, Christ, I'm gonna hang up. Let's talk when you've calmed the fuck down.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
Патрик утверждает, что был вместе с Рози, работницей поместья, в момент смерти Закари. Расспросить бы эту горничную. Давайте заглянем в сведения. Грегори мы исключили. Эдварда тоже. Мы не поговорили только с Эммой. Пойдемте ее искать.
Hey, how are you?
Да, спасибо, все отлично.
Yeah, I can't let you pass. I'm sorry, sir.
Сюда нельзя. На 3-м этаже находится кабинет Алексы. Туда нас проведет дворецкий. И если мы, конечно, дело раскроем.
Hey, how you doing?
Ой, сюда нам тоже нельзя. А чё тут?
Yes, I'll hold. Yes, I'm still here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right. I'll double check and get back to you.
Бухгалтер, похоже. Ну или адвокат. В любом случае мы ищем не его.
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's death?
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried about your mental health, Emma. But sorry, I'm having too much fun enjoying the circus.
Похоже, что мы нашли Эмму. Она на 1-м этаже в том же зале, что и Грегори. Она его невеста.
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
Она утверждает, что вчера ушла спать с приступом жуткой мигрени, когда Эдвард с Грегори решили пропустить по стаканчику около 20:00. Мигрень, значит, да? Ну все, мы всех допросили. Теперь надо обыскать их комнаты. Наверняка в них найдутся какие-нибудь улики. Скорее всего, я думаю, что комната где-то на 2-м этаже. Потому что на 1-м этаже всякие кухни, складские помещения, комнаты для гостей и все такое.
Looking good, man. Looking good.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Она закрыта, конечно, но мы не ищем легких путей. Комната Реббеки. Найдено улик 0 из 2. Спальня, где расположилась Ребекка Карлайл. Комната находится на среднем этаже поместья напротив парковки. 2 улики здесь какие-то.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Значит, она не врет. Алиби подтверждено. Она не убийца.
Portrait photographer check out. You verified his identity.
Everything's in order.
Sorry, but I think I...
Let you get back to...
Right.
Шуры-муры тут.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Проберемся по старой схеме. Через окошко. Комната Эммы и Грегори. Найдено улик 0 из 4. Спальня, где расположились Эмма и Грегори Карлайлы. Комната находится на среднем этаже поместья напротив кладбища. Так, здесь уже улик побольше. Но возможно, что нам и не придется искать все, чтобы доказать, что они тут ни при чем. Грегори так точно не виновен.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Оранжерея. Оранжерея, где Закари Карлайл выращивал экзотические растения. Она расположена на задворках сада прямо за поместьем. Возможно, там есть какие-то улики. Но она, судя по всему, закрыта. А ключ от нее мы не нашли. Только брелок. Возможно, что Эмма сходила в оранжерею и взяла яд из какого-нибудь растения. И мы отравила Закари. Но у нас нет доказательств. Пока нет.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Нифига себе, как тут все закручено. Что здесь еще? Может, на балкончике что-нибудь найдется? Нет, ничего. Скорее всего, улики все-таки в комнате.
What is it now?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory put a stop to that, which was a surprise. He normally accepts his wife's outrageous behavior without batting an eyelid. But staying in his mother's bed so soon was just a bit steep, I suppose.
She can't wait to get her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
But he was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Это та самая горничная.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Алиби подтверждено. Ну все, либо это Фернсби, либо, что более вероятно, это Эмма. И я склоняюсь ко второму варианту. Но лучше бы знать точно.
So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
I'm getting a headache from all the decisions. I mean, pram or stroller, comforter or not. Should I ask her to marry me? What if she says no? And then this big funeral thing tomorrow? It's the last thing I need.
Amy is a great lass. You love her, she loves you. And now a wee one on the way. I'll say you're one lucky bastard.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Нужно кабинет Фернсби проверить. Закрыт, конечно же. А, погодите, это ж первый этаж. Блин, здесь уже так не проканает. А как тогда? Так, давайте думать. Щиток. Но его голыми руками не откроешь. Может, саблей. Нет, тоже не вариант. Ну, тогда стоит поискать ломик. Можно его у Гордона Фримена одолжить? Очень надо. Где же он тут может быть? Ведь точно должен быть где-то недалеко. Не, показалось.
Mary is so upset. And she's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, it's all too much.
We'll all need a vacation when this is over.
Я нашел ломик, ребят. Отлично, вообще отлично. Где тут его кабинет? Лабиринт какой-то.
I stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
Tell me.
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair. She'd just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up. I tried to tell her that, and do you know what she said? She said, "Things will change around here. I can promise you that."
And her son Patrick is just as bad. Just look at Rosie. He has no respect. Preying on the girls like that.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
Fate funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way. Oh, God. It's such a big responsibility having a baby. I have to protect it, right? How do you even do that? I can't do that.
I remember how it was with the first one. The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
Не отвлекайте меня своей болтовней. Я спешу. А, погодите, а нафиг я это сделал? И этот щиток, он не открывает двери. Мы просто вырубили электричество. И теперь сюда кто-то из обслуги прется. Мы можем двери просто ломиком выломать. Я, баран, сразу не додумался. Список мистера Фернсби. Список, составленный дворецким мистером Фернсби. В нем перечислены разные приготовления к завтрашним фальшивым похоронам. А также упомянута сегодняшняя фотосессия в саду у фонтана. Почерк в списке отличается от почерка в предсмертной записке Закари. Значит, это не он записку писал. Универсальный ключ. Особняк. Ключ, открывающий все двери в поместье Торнбридж. Нам бы его чутка пораньше найти было бы. Здорово.
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47. The handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
100%.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Да я, в принципе, уже знаю, кто убийца. Это Эмма. Но надо искать доказательства. Заморачиваться что-то не особо хочется.
I heard some of the delivery people were unhappy with the security at the gate. But all that is safe with Ethel. She never misses a step. Gossiping and work both.
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but Amy thinks she might be pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad.
You'll be fine, Robbie. Kids are great.
Извини, Фернсби. Придется мне тебя подставить. Хотя он, очевидно, невиновен. Но искать улики против Эммы мне как-то влом. Пошли убивать Алексу.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Извини, что я тебя подставлю, конечно. Ты вроде бы хороший дядька. Но мне очень надо убить Алексу. И затягивать не хочется. Ты можешь даже особо не волноваться. Скорее всего, она даже не успеет тебя наказать. Возможно, что я замочу ее гораздо раньше.
Up.
He's in charge of the staff.
Just want to keep Madame Carlyle safe.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
Это точно.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
Мне не нужны деньги. От вас мне нужно кое-что другое.
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
О, она согласилась.
Hello, sir.
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Досье на Артура Эдвардса. Досье, которое Алекса Карлайл составила на Артура Эдвардса.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
Которая сама же мне досье отдала. Спасибо ей за это. Сейчас сохранимся только на всякий пожарный. Лети, птичка!
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Связь ухудшилась. Что случилось? Ладно, наше расследование закончено.
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out. It's the Constantine. Shit.
Давайте поспешим на выручку.
Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't. Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.